protect before. It's very important that our whānau that are not standing here with us for us to have this kōrero with our whānau and our friends at our mahi, at our tūrana we all have into whānau to show government that especially Sydney Kaluna courageously speak to our families and that they turn up to Whakawātea te nui a mātou, whakawātea te tau te karikatanga ki a mātou. Maranga mai ki a runga, haumi e, hui e, wairea, tāha, kone he te tuku ki ki mata. Wairea, tāra, wātahu, kia he ki na te rātu. Wairea tāra ki runga, wairea tāra ki raro, wairea tāra ki aronga. Te pō nui, te pōro, te ao nui, te ao. Whakapiti te awa te tihei. Whano, haramai te toki, haumi e, hui e. Free, from the river to the sea.
Thank you, ladies, for those wonderful words. And thank you all for joining us today. Today marks almost 300 days since the beginning of genocide. This is the 42nd rally in Tamaki. And at this point, we have run out of words. I don't know if I should applaud the U.S. government for raiding the genocidal maniacs. Celebrate the fact that after 9 months of genocide, our government put together a measly list asking for a ceasefire without taking any real action for it. Or do I scream and yell and shout about the fact that just last night we had yet another massacre at a school, and the latest figures show that at least 50 people have been murdered, including women and children. The reality is, if everything that we've seen in the last 9 months and thousands of people that have been slaughtered hasn't moved you, my words do not. So we will start with the decision.
In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, to those against whom war is made, permission is given to fight, because they are armed, and verily Allah is powerful for their aid. They are those who have been expelled from their homes in defiance of right for no cause, except that they say, our Lord is Allah, and none of those who one set free by means of another. They will surely be done wondrously in churches, synagogues, and mosques, in which the name of Allah is commemorated in abundant measure,
Hussein al-Badri. Hussein is an Iraqi Palestinian Kiwi, 14 years of age. Hussein is a representation of why we fight. Long ago, the Zionists believed that the old will die and the young will forget. But Hussein is a living testament that the young keep on fighting and fighting and fighting until we see a free Palestine. Please give a very, very warm welcome to Hussein.
My name is Hussein, and today I thought the need to address the occupied West Bank and talk about what is happening. While the world attention has been driven to Israel genocide in Gaza, unfortunately, this has meant that the West Bank is sometimes overlooked, which means that there has been less discussion about the ongoing Palestinian struggle for survival. Israeli settlers have made the most of this distraction and have increased their attacks and violence on the Palestinians across the West Bank, including such as Beirut, Gaza, Qusayr, and Hebron, as well as the military Israeli settler attacks on Palestinians in the West Bank have already risen between 2021 and 2023. However, UN data shows that settler violence actually doubled in October 2023 and has only continued to rise. UN has documented over 1,000 settler attacks in the West Bank since the start of Israel's war on Gaza, averaging 4 attacks per day. These attacks include assault, torture, committing sexual violence against Palestinians, even during the movements and violence, threatening to kill them if they do not leave permanently, and destroying their homes and schools. Shame. Israeli settlers have become increasingly bold in confiscating Palestinian land, which is actually illegal not only under international law, but even under Israeli law. Since the start of the war in Gaza, over 590 Palestinians have been killed in the West Bank alone, including 142 children and nearly 5,400 that were injured. This does not include the nearly 9,000 arrested Palestinians, most of whom either are charged nor are trial. All this violence has been committed by both the Israeli army as well as the Israeli settlers under the protection of the Israeli army. To make matters worse, Israeli settler militias that launched these violent, unprovoked assaults on Palestinians have been discovered using army-used assault rifles, as well as receiving financial aid from the Israeli government. Since the start of the war in Gaza, Israel has been stagnating the occupied West Bank economically, which is resulting in higher unemployment. Palestinians in the West Bank are struggling to make ends meet, and if the situation continues as it is, then the West Bank will be facing a terrible economic and social situation, as well as a shake in the security, stability, and safety of the area. This and much more is happening in the occupied West Bank, all while a genocide is unfolding in Gaza. Sadly, Palestinians in the occupied West Bank feel ashamed to talk about their struggle because of the horror of the genocide taking place before our eyes in Gaza. They prefer to remain silent so as not to divert attention from what is happening in Gaza. And it is our duty as Palestinians and pro-Palestinians living outside of the West Bank to keep talking about the whole of Palestine and to bring light to all the violence and issues that are constantly unfolding in the West Bank. We need to understand and educate others that Israel needs to separate and have left the West Bank in order to wipe out any level of within a united Palestinian society.
Thank you for the powerful words. I just want to say, we have to understand and commend what it means to have someone that's 14 years old and talking about their people in this manner. This should not normally be the case, but this is the reality that our children have had to live with. So can I please ask you to give another round of applause for the day? Thank you all. Our next speaker is Auckland. Is also 14. Has also witnessed his family and his father in Gaza and Palestine be slaughtered, and chooses to not remain silent, chooses to speak up his people, and chooses to continue sharing truth out